now the meeting is in session. We would like to proceed with the forms, which will be presented with us by Ms. April. Ms. April, you may now proceed.
So, Madam Chair, we also have mainstream culture and subculture, both of which play important roles in society. So, main culture, Madam Chair, is the dominant or mass culture that is typically mass-produced, extensively consumed, and often serves the interests of dominant groups within society, reinforcing their power. And it promotes and encourages the beliefs and values of the dominant masses, which are frequently marketed and monetized by the media and other institutions.
Understood. And how does that differ from subculture?
Madam Chair, subculture po naman refers to alternative or identifiable groups often formed by marginalized or disadvantaged populations. This group provides alternate principles, passions, and ideologies that challenge or disrupt the dominant influence of mainstream culture. Subcultures decline the standards and values of the mainstream, creating smaller communities or specialty groups with their own unique symbols, philosophies, and beliefs.
Wow, that's fascinating contrast. Nagpapakita talaga to na ang isang kultura ay hindi lang single entity, but rather a dynamic force shaped by different social groups. So let's continue discussing these cultural forms, shall we?
Certainly, Madam Chair, allow me to share a presentation of these samples.
Yes, you may do so.
A relevant example of mainstream culture sa ating bansa is the widespread popularity of teleseries or local soap operas. So these shows are mass-produced, heavily marketed by major TV networks, and extensively consumed by the general population. So they often reinforce traditional family values, societal hierarchies, and gender roles that reflect the dominant cultural norms. So these teleseries serve the interests of media conglomerates and reinforce the cultural power of mainstream institutions by shaping public opinion and societal values through familiar storylines and characters.
These are great examples, Miss April. Teleseries really do reflect the dominant cultural forms in our society. In fact, favorite nga ng lola ko yung probinsyano eh.
Yes, Madam Chair, a sign of subculture in our country is evident in the growing indie music scene formed by marginalized youth seeking alternatives to mainstream media. Indie music bands from the underground music scene promote concepts of individualism, individualism, freedom, and social critique while challenging the commercial and romantic themes of mainstream OPM. Just like in the picture shown in the scene or in the screen, this is a Filipino indie band, Beta and the Butterflies, known for their blue rock sound and pop melodies. They tackle serious topics like domestic violence in Peklat Cream and drug abuse in Annie and Ricky. They also release Gelatin Drops inspired by alias Grace and the Witch, told from the perspective of a witch facing execution while pleading innocence. So they express alternative viewpoints on political, social, economic issues, often criticizing government policies, inequality, or environmental concerns. This kind of groups disrupt mainstream culture and foster tight-knit communities that provide a sense of belonging with their unique branding and anti-establishment ideologies.
Thank you for sharing that insightful differences, Miss April. Very different nga from teleserye, no, itong mga subculture. Okay, so are there any other cultural forms anyone would like to discuss?
Yes, Madam Chair. There are two last culture forms that I would like to discuss, the material culture and the ideological culture.
All right. What's the difference between the two? And pwede mo ba kaming bigyan ng mga examples nito?
Sure, Madam Chair. As you said a while ago, material culture refers to physical objects, tools, and artifacts that are created by humans. This include things like clothes, buildings, or technology that are tangible and items. On the other hand, ideological culture is about the system of ideas, beliefs, and values and norms shared by a people within the society they belong. It shapes how individuals perceive the world and interact within their society.
All right. Can you give us a relevant example ng mga ng dalawang to?
An example of material culture in the Philippines, the iconic jeepney, while for the ideological culture is the concept of bayanihan.
Can you give us an example, Ms. Villena, about this material culture?
Permission to share my evidence, Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
In the Philippines, the jeepney referred as the Hari ng Kalsada. It symbolizes Filipino resourcefulness and creativity, emerging as a popular mode of transportation after the World War II. It has become a vital part of Filipino daily life, not only as their affordable transportation, but also serves as a livelihood for many drivers and operators. Despite being crowded, sometimes uncomfortable, the jeepney remains a symbol of community, resilience of Filipino people.
Ah, okay, so ano naman yung ideological culture? Pwede mo ba kaming bigyan ng mga example?
Sure, Madam Chair. For the ideological culture, the concept of bayanihan is deeply ingrained in Filipino society. It represents the spirit of communal unity, cooperation, and mutual support, especially during the challenges times. The traditional image of bayanihan is that neighbors coming together to help to move a house, but its meaning goes beyond that. It reflects that Filipino helping each other in times of need, whether it be through acts of kindness, volunteerism, or collective efforts to achieve a common goal. Bayanihan is a powerful reminder of the strong sense of unity of community and interconnected among Filipinos. To conclude, Madam Chair, the jeepney as an example of material culture reflects how physical objects can embody a nation's creativity, resourcefulness, and communal life. It is more than just a vehicle. It is symbol of Filipino resilience and the adaptability in the face of historical and economic challenges. While bayanihan is an example of ideological culture, demonstrates how shared beliefs and values, like the spirit of cooperation and mutual aid, play a vital role in shaping the societal behavior. It highlights the deep sense of unity and solidarity within a Filipino community.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Aprin and Ms. Villena, and to all of my colleagues for their contributions. Based on the discussion, it seems that we are all learning towards determining the differences of social forms and how it affects our country. I commend everyone for their active participation, and if there are no further matters to discuss, I now move to adjourn this hearing. Thank you all.